YouTube, back with another video. It's your boy Jaron. Welcome to my channel. Today we got another reaction for y'all. We got The Day I Didn't Exist, hilarious Young Don the Sauce God animation story. Yeah, man, he be coming with the hits after hits. You know what I'm saying? I wish he would upload more often, but what can you do? You feel me? If you want to see the original video without me talking over it, blabbering over it, yabbering over it, running through it, link will be in the description, man. But without any half stepping, let's get into this video, bro.
Oh. All the girls want to know what his eggplant looks like. Swallowed up all of Jamaica. He did smash Android 18. I want those shit. Couple niggas on the boulevard. Shawty told me I'm a superstar. Hey. This guy did not like me, which bothered me. Because
oh, okay.
why is it so important that people see us? Not like us, just see us. Of course, I assume most people want to be liked, but I'm talking about just being recognized as someone who simply exists. I think it's because being acknowledged makes you feel like you matter. I think that's the main reason why some people hate on other people online. Because in their world, or at least where it counts, they feel as if they don't matter, as if they're not being seen. And they know that if they say something mean or offensive online, they're much more likely to elicit a response, albeit a bad one. Because to them, maybe it's better to not be liked but seen than to not be seen at all. Or maybe they're just losers, ain't shit people with none better to do.
Oh.
Can you think of a time when someone hurt you simply by treating you as if you don't exist? For me, when I ask myself that question, one day in particular comes to mind. So let me take you back to high school, man.
Oh,
my first high school.
First high school?
Arden High, Kingston, Jamaica.
Oh.
I was somewhere between 13 and 15 years old, and high school at that point for me was strange, man. Because that was just a weird age, period. Like, I had just figured out, right? I had just figured out that you could watch porn and jerk off at the same time. Which was just way too much power for me to have at that age. Like, somebody should have been there to stop me. Also, I had this unhealthy desire to be liked, which was an unrealistic desire.
Why?
Because there wasn't anyone there to like. I wasn't a person yet at 13. I don't even know if I had thoughts, you know? Like, I'm 23 now, and every day I think things. Like, I just introspect about life and shit. What do I want to do with my life? Why do I do the things that I do on a daily basis? And are they moving me towards a place where I'll feel satisfied with how I have spent my time once I die?
I'm gonna die.
I'll think about things like that every day, and I'll create new thoughts that I've never had before, and then I'll think about those thoughts.
Ooh.
When I was 13, I just knew things that other people told me. Also, you gotta go through things to become a person, to develop character. Life has to happen to you. So there really wasn't much there to like, but that didn't stop me from wanting people to like me. So there I am, about 13 years old, with this desire to be popular, but not in the douchebag way. You know, like, I didn't want to be the stereotypical popular guy in high school. I mean, you know this guy. He's amazing at everything, abnormally good looking, great at school, funny, probably a star athlete on one or more athletic teams. All the girls want to know what his eggplant looks like, and possibly a few of the guys. I mean, this is 2018.
What are you trying to say?
They're be gay now, which is fine for them. I mean, they seem to be having fun.
I'll never know.
Anyway, this guy knows it. He knows he's all of those things, and he's kind of an asshole about it. That wasn't what I wanted. I mean, don't get me wrong, though. I'm sure if that kind of admiration was thrusted upon me, I would have ate that shit up like Sunday morning breakfast, my dick. My head would have grown at such a rate that it would have eventually hit a critical mass, thus caving in on itself, forming a black hole of ego that would have just swallowed up all of Jamaica. Pause, and eventually the entire planet. But of course, that didn't happen.
That's crazy.
No, the form of popularity that I wanted was very different. I wanted to be the guy that everyone just sorta knew and was more or less liked. Not loved, just like, okay. You know? Like, I wanted a kind of popularity where if you went into any classroom with people from my grade level and just said to a random person, hey, you know Don, right? They would be like, yeah, he plays basketball, right? Yeah, I know Don. And then if you were to ask, what do you think about him? The person would be like, oh,
You alright?
I don't know. He's okay, I guess. Seems fine. That's it. That's all I wanted. I didn't need it to go any further than that. That's all I desired. Not, oh,
Ooh,
Don,
my camera about to
what
die.
a great guy. Or, Don, I love that dude. Just, he's
Hopefully I got a
fine.
good
I know
11 more
exactly who you're
minutes.
talking about, and he's okay. And you really shouldn't need that. Honestly, it shouldn't matter to you what other people think about you. But I was young, okay? I was a child. And if you're watching this right now and you're between the ages of 13 and 14, you probably don't think you're a child.
But you're wrong.
You're a fucking child, okay? Do you need me to show you? Okay. What tax bracket do you fall in?
You don't know.
Do you know how to get a car loan?
No, you don't.
Okay. Do you still ask your parents for money?
You do.
If you answered no, and then yes, respectively,
So what?
you're a goddamn child,
No,
okay?
I'm not. Fuck you.
Or you might just be in college. There's actually not much of a difference, to be honest. But either way, enjoy it while it lasts. Anyway,
You're still in
like I
college,
said,
though.
I was a kid and I didn't know who
You're still
I
a
was. I
child
was insecure
until-
about a lot of things.
I
So
guess, I don't
in
know.
order to validate myself, I needed validation from other people. So to fix that, I would try to insert myself in the popular kids group. And there was this one group of kids who, in my eyes, had the exact kind of popularity that I wanted. All of them had at least that, oh, I know you, and you're okay kind of popularity. And because I was friends with a couple of them, one through basketball and one I went to prep school with, which was grades 1 through 6, I managed to just be in the group, but not really. I was like Krillin. You know Krillin,
Oh,
right?
no,
Dragon
don't do
Ball Z.
Krillin like
If
that.
you don't, well, that's honestly your fault. This is 2018 and anime's mainstream now. But Krillin knows he doesn't belong in the same group as Goku and Vegeta and Gohan and Trunks, like Super Saiyans, okay? Like, what is this dude doing hanging out with these guys? But because Krillin and Goku have been homies since day one, he just sort of gets a pass and everyone just kind of tolerates him. So, I guess I was the Krillin of the group.
Lame ass nigga, just like Krillin.
Boom! I hate Krillin, man. I fucking hate Krillin.
you
Like,
hate Krillin?
Team 4 Star has ruined Krillin for me forever. Although, well, he did smash Android 8.
I want the shit.
Anyway,
Foolish.
ah, shit. Hey, what you on, bro? Oh, okay, this what we doing? Alright. Yep. Yep. Hey,
Hey.
BLVD shit, man. God, I'm losing count of my blessings. On the way, a couple lessons. Brody showed me how to keep the vision, so I never listen when they stretching. Couple niggas on the boulevard. Shawty told me I'm a superstar. Pray we never gotta take it far. Pray to God I never break a heart. I think I'm made for this. Every time I drive, niggas gotta hit me up. Tell me how they let it wait for it. I could take a month, but I'm about to hit a run, so you niggas better brace for it.
Hey.
BLVD is the mission. Hit my targets with precision. When I talk, you know they listen.
I want the shit.
Anyway, in this group, right, there was this one guy, and we'll call him Tom. And Tom was very popular. Everyone in my grade knew him, and to my knowledge, most people really liked him. And I'm not quite sure why. Like, he was a funny guy, I guess, and good looking enough, probably. What I know for sure is that he was a very likable person, and he had this grown man aura about him at 15 years old, or at least that's how he appeared to a 13-year-old Don Hines. I thought this dude was so cool. I mean, he just always knew what to say, but
Boy, I hope my
for
camera
some
don't
reason,
die.
he just didn't fuck with me, and I'm not sure why. I honestly think that at the time, I just wasn't cool enough. And he probably thought it was weird, man, which there were so many reasons to think that I was weird. For one, I've always spoken like this. I mean, of course, when I was younger, I had a much stronger Jamaican accent and a smaller vocabulary, but I've always spoken like this. Like, when I just moved to America, people could tell that I wasn't from America, but they wouldn't think that I just moved to America from Jamaica at 15. To them, I sounded like I had already been living there for years and I just had a little bit of an accent left over. That's because I didn't really speak Patois growing up, and if you don't know what that is, I'll finish the rest of this
That's the
paragraph of my
language.
script in Patois. Alright, so, you see my mother never let me talk like this when I was growing up. She grew up in another country, no money, no even have money for buy shoes for go to school, and it's thanks for nothing but the grace of God and hard work that she managed to put herself through college, get her master's, and right as my bond, she make her decision, so she'll go do everything she can to make sure her children grow up to be successful, including to be able to speak proper English better than anybody else. You understand?
No, I don't understand.
The point is, this did not work in my favor back in high school, because even the kids who came from money, which I did not, spoke like this, but their patois was even better. So that in combination with all my other quirks, I'm sure that a lot of people thought that I was weird at that age. Anyway, whatever the reason, this guy did not like me, which bothered me, because I admired him. Deep down, I knew I wanted his validation. Not friendship, just acknowledgement.
that sucks,
the
bro.
lowest level of reciprocated
care.
respect. So
No
one day
more.
after school, the group was
As
chilling
an
in their
adult, you
usual
realize
spot,
stuff like
and
that
then
doesn't matter.
Starboy comes
Stuff
over
like
to
that don't
join
matter,
us,
bro.
and in Jamaica, it's customary for men
I
to
can have
acknowledge
no-
other men when you
I can
enter
have
their
one or two friends, I
vicinity
can
with a
have
dap,
no friends.
much like in America, as a way of saying, "Hey,
As long as
I see
what I
you.
like to do,
I recognize you as a pair
You know
in
what
my
I'm saying?
presence." So
It's
he
making
comes
me
up,
happy, that's
right,
what I can
and
live with, bro.
like four
Like,
guys, including myself, are
I
all
don't
sitting
care.
beside each other on a wall. So we all extend our hands to hail him up, as we would say in Jamaica, and my mans comes up, daps up the two guys sitting to my left, skips my hand as if I wasn't even there, and then daps up the dude to my right and just sits down and starts talking to everyone else without skipping a beat. That small interaction in that moment crushed my
My
self-esteem. And it's not even
My
like
chest.
anyone in the group said anything.
My
Like, nobody
chest.
laughed at me. I'm not even sure if anyone else
My
really saw.
chest.
But they didn't have to.
My
They did. Because in
chest.
that subtle exchange, in that lack of acknowledgement, Tom said a million things, with all of them having one reoccurring theme.
I don't.
You
Shoot.
are not worthy.
Ooh.
The feeling that I had in my stomach.
Stomach.
I wish I had a picture of my face from that moment. It probably would have looked like this. A little bit of confusion, maybe a subtle stress smile because I smile in awkward situations. Probably looking at the floor out of fear that someone else saw, and if I looked them in the eyes, they would look into my soul and see the hurt inside.
Woo.
I wish I could say that this was the last time I hung out with that group.
I feel
but
like this in
I
elementary
spent the
school.
rest
I'm
of
not even
Jamaican
gonna
high
hold you.
school trying to fit
High school, I
in
really ain't
with
care.
these kids with little success. And
I
it
already
wasn't
had my best
until
friend-
I moved to America,
my best
I
friends
met some friends
that I had
who
ever since I
I
had
thought
one
were cool and
since
saw
fourth
that
grade,
I
the
was
other one
cool
since
for
sixth.
just
And
being
we were all
me.
cool
That I
throughout
started
our-
to learn
Man,
that I
we still
don't
cool
need
now,
validation
so-
from other people to feel good about myself. I'm worth loving. Period. And I would eventually hone the skill of self-confidence and self-love
Yeah.
until I turned into the person that you see before you today.
Wow, no, that was really nice.
But surprise, I still haven't told you the best part of the story yet. So fast forward to about a year ago, and by this time I had become a person that 13-year-old me wouldn't even recognize. Okay. I just got my first real wave of subscribers, like I just passed the 100,000 mark or something like that. And I'm starting to get DMs from all these random people telling me how much they love the channel and how glad they are that they found it. And among all those messages, guess who sends me a DM?
Had to be him, huh?
Motherfucking Tom.
Shit.
What'd he say?
So I opened the message, right? And my man's is really bigging me up for making it on YouTube, showing me love and respect for my newfound success. You can imagine how the message probably sounded. So I read the message.
Bro, you wanna give me a shout out?
I deleted it. I deleted it hoping that he would see that I read it. Because I wanted him to know that I read it and chose not to respond.
Yeah.
I wanted him to feel, even if it was only for a second, what it feels like to be treated as if you're not even worth being acknowledged. In hindsight, I realized that I shouldn't have done that. I should have said thank you and moved on. Because in that moment, by choosing to do what I did, I was no better a person than he was to me back when we were kids. Who knows what he was going through personally back then as to why he treated me like that. So, my man, if you think I'm talking about you, because I know you still follow me on Instagram and I assume you watch my videos from time to time. If you're watching this video right now, I want to say I'm sorry that I didn't reply to you, and thank you. It really does mean a lot to me that a lot of my old classmates from Jamaica recognize me for what I've managed to accomplish here on YouTube. So thank you, and I hope you're doing well. Moral of the story, if you're someone who is popular, or someone who's just like more
we
than
sliding into home. You feel me? We sliding into home,
and the best
player.
way for someone in your position to be home is to treat those people that society would label as less than you, whether it be social status, money,
just a
looks,
little
whatever.
longer. I'm just trying to make it
with respect. Because not everyone is fortunate enough to be in your position.
I'm just
and
trying
by
to
doing
get
that one little
subscribers. I
thing,
ain't
by
trying
showing
to fake it.
these
Ooh, this is my
people
real
who
reaction, girl.
know
Why you getting
that
naked?
other people see them
nah.
as less than you, by treating them with that level of respect, these people that are put below you will actually do whatever they can to lift you even higher, because you chose to show them respect, to treat them with dignity when they know that you didn't have to. Those are the kind of people that become legendary.
Ooh, legendary. That's a
Or
word.
at least that's what I think. Boulevard forever.
Boulevard. That's another word. And so is pterodactyl. I just want to let y'all know, if y'all stuck around this long, don't forget, when we get to 150 subscribers and you comment done on my Instagram, which will also be in the description,
the vice principal.
You will enter yourself in the
which is what we're gonna
drawing.
call her, of course. Mr. Hines, may I please have a word with you
Not gonna tell you how
outside?
much.
Instantly, I asked myself, because
it's
this
a gift
woman
card.
was terrifying,
might be
like
Amazon.
genuinely a scary person.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna do it. I might do Amazon. I might do Amazon or something like that. But yeah, man, that's it for the video. If you want to see me react to something, comment that down in the comment section below. Remember, 150 subscribers, comment done. Once you subscribe and follow me on Instagram, comment done under my latest post or whatever. And when we get to 150, I will be announcing the winner. But like, comment, subscribe, and share. Until next time, man, I'll holler at y'all.